Oh, another lazy Sunday afternoon. Two hairy little sausages. Oh.
Hey everybody, how are we doing? It's Sunday the 19th of January 2020. Today, no running. It's been all about recovery for me today. If you watched my vlog from yesterday, you'll know that I went down to the local track, the Sheepmount Stadium here in Carlisle, and I did my first 10k that I've run in many, many years. Absolutely loved it. Really, really enjoyed running. I did most of it on my own. There were a couple of other people on the track for the first part of my run, probably about nearly the first half of my run, but they were actually running together around another part. We were kind of passing each other, directly opposite each other. But then one of them finished because one of them was doing a Cooper run. If you don't know what that is, I didn't know actually. Apparently it's seeing how far you can run in 12 minutes. And then depending on your age, you can Google this, depending on what age bracket you're in, there's you get a score of excellent. I can't remember the exact headings, but it's like excellent, very good, good, average, poor, or something like that. Anyway, and it tells you, just depending on your age and how far you ran in 12 minutes, how it's like a fitness gauge, I guess. You can walk during that 12 minutes. You don't have to just all run the whole thing, but you obviously want to get as far as possible. So obviously it's a good idea to run as much of it as you can. And then one of those people came and ran with me for about 3 laps or so when I was just over halfway through my 10k, and it really, really helped me. I mentioned this yesterday. Running on your own is absolutely fine, but when you're running with other people, or certainly for me, I think I just run so much better. It's like you don't feel as tired. There's a kind of an energy connection between you and the other person or people running and you all help pull each other along. It's fantastic. So that really, really helped me. But yeah, today's been all about recovery. My legs were quite sore today. Woke up this morning. They were a bit sore last night. Went to bed. I had a good night's sleep, which is obviously great for recovery in its own right. Woke up this morning and I was walking around the house like an old man, frankly. It was quite funny. I should have videoed some of it because it was actually quite amusing. Did go for a walk for a little walk outside, and again, it was like I was, like 90 years old walking down the street. Came home. Now, some of the things that I've done for recovery today, this is kind of typical stuff for me. So I've got a few things that I do. One is, and I've talked about this before, I love having a really hot bath with Epsom salts. And I've used a few, I'm looking up there because I've got a couple of different ones up there, but I've used a few different types, but this one is Dr. Teal's. Seth James Damore, a link to his channel below. Absolutely, if you don't know him, please check him out. Absolutely brilliant running channel. Guy out in Denver, Colorado. Absolutely brilliant. He swears by this stuff, and he got me onto this. And I found this funnily enough, Boots sell it. If you're in the UK and you want to get your hands on some of this, I'm sure other people do, but Boots sell this stuff, so it's brilliant. So nice hot bath. After my bath, I went and did some yoga. Actually, if you do yoga, if you practice yoga, you'll know just how beneficial it is. If you don't, I've said this before. I honestly, from the heart, I implore you to check it out because it really is superb, and not just for running, for runners, for everybody. So you will, in a very, very short period of time, massively increase your range of flexibility and motion in every part of your body. If you're one of these people that struggles, if someone says to you, right, stand up straight and without bending your legs, without bending at the knees, touch your toes. If you're one of those people, and don't feel bad if you are, it's pretty common, and you just can't get anywhere near your toes, not very long at all. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, but with yoga, you will suddenly find after a while, you can touch your toes, and not just then with the tips of if this is the ground, the tips of your fingers, you'll suddenly be able to put your hand down on the floor and then some. You'll be able to actually reach back through your legs. You'll gain so much flexibility. And that's just one example. you'll gain flexibility and range of motion in your whole body. It's fantastic. But if you're a runner like me, absolutely brilliant for stretching all the muscles and tendons in your legs and opening out your hips. There's so many different exercises that you can do. Pilates is very, very good as well. And in fact, you can mix the two together. And there is a guy that I follow on YouTube called Sean Veig that does a lot of yoga and Pilates kind of mixed stuff. So they've got some very, very similar things, moves and forms and shapes and things in the two. So both worth checking out. I absolutely love yoga. Can't recommend it enough. I've shown this before on my channel. Got this little ball. In fact, actually my other half bought this in a local sports shop. Just a tiny little hard plastic ball with little nodules, whatever you want to call them on. This is brilliant for either putting on the floor and just roll. Oh gosh, smashing your phone with. Putting on the floor and just like rolling your foot over it. Or I quite often like to just roll it around. If I've got a sore spot on part of my leg or even an arm or my back or wherever on my body, just using it like a massager. And you can do it anywhere. You can do it, you know, if you're sitting watching TV or you're sitting watching YouTube or, you know, you're anywhere really. You can just sit there and kind of massage away, and it's so good at getting tight little knots and little painful areas kind of worked on, get the blood flowing through that area. It's fantastic. And this was £1. One of the best pounds ever spent, frankly. This thing is fantastic. I actually sit at work every day at my desk and take my shoes off and then just roll my feet around on this thing and really, if this is my foot, really dig into my toes and into the arch of my foot and into the heel and everything all day long. And my feet, at the end of it, they feel phenomenal. I can't describe to you just how brilliant this thing is. So get yourself something like this. It doesn't have to be a round ball. You can get long tubular ones with nodules on. Things like this are fantastic for kind of self-massage. I've got a pair of these. I'm just showing you a few things that I use for recovery because I think it's important. Recovery is as if not more important than the running sometimes. Hoka, this is their kind of recovery slider. So they're just like rubber slippers really. But again, if you wear these and walk around in these, even for just 10 or 15 minutes, when you take these off and suddenly walk just in your bare feet or socked feet even on the floor, your feet feel amazing. These things are brilliant. They were £35 to purchase new, but if you look around online, you'll get these cheaper, I'm sure. But yeah, absolutely adore these things. I've also got one of these. It's like like a sports strap or something. You don't have to buy something like this. This type of thing is great when you're doing yoga as well. So sometimes when you're doing yoga, and I've shown this before, and I've just moved this a bit. It's going to be difficult to show. But if you're trying to stretch your leg out, so you can stretch your leg out straight, but as you lift it up in the air, you'll find that you can't stretch it out straight, and you'll start bending at the knee. But if you wrap something like this around your foot and pull, you'll be able to get your straightened leg kind of at a deeper or higher angle, and eventually over time, so it's giving your muscles and tendons a better stretch, and over a period of time, you'll find that you can actually you can go into that stretch much deeper without an aid. And you don't have to go out and buy a thing like this. You can just use a towel, frankly, if you want to. But yeah, things like this are fantastic little aids to help you in recovery. Yeah, so today's just been a recovery day, really, and as I say though, super important because who wants to run with aching legs, to be honest? And yeah, not fun. Something else I just wanted to talk about very quickly is I've got, every Monday I have a club run with my club, Border Reivers in Carlisle. And sometimes that's hill work, sometimes it's speed work, and sometimes we just go for a run of 5-6 kilometres, whatever it happens to be. Maybe it's sometimes, some people do further, but I've generally just been doing around about sort of 5-6 kilometre runs on a Monday night with the club. Last 2 Wednesdays I've gone down to the track and done a bit of running around the track. And then yesterday was the first Saturday that I've gone down to the track and I did my 10K. It was in yesterday's vlog. My plan moving forward is to potentially do the Monday night run with the club, Wednesday night go to the track and do a 5K, Saturday go to the track and do a 10K. And that Saturday one I want to try and then start building that up towards 12, 13, maybe even 15 kilometres over time. And the reason I want to do that, as I've said, I've mentioned this before, excuse me moving this around, I want to concentrate solely on 5 and 10K running realistically and you know, miles, but 5 and 10K running, not bothered about doing half marathons and marathons. So it makes sense obviously to train to those distances. I don't need to run further or longer distances because I'm not going to be doing half marathons and marathons. It's just, I don't want to do it. So yeah, it was just to say that's my current thinking. So Monday night run with the club, Wednesday night go to the track and do a 5K run or kind of work on 5K and maybe run that up to say 7K. So do sort of 5 to 7K on a Wednesday night for kind of honing in on 5K training, and then on a Saturday go to the track and do 10 to 15K. So 10, maybe then up to 12, maybe up to 15 kilometres on a Saturday to hone in on 10K training for 10K runs. Let me know what you think. There might, I'm sure, whatever, you know, other people are going to be out there that kind of, I was going to say specialise. I don't really want to say, but you know what I mean. Kind of just, not just do, but kind of focus on 5 and 10K running. What do you do for training? Do you run massively longer distances, or do you just kind of stick to what I'm thinking is 5 to 7K training for 5K runs, and then sort of 10 to 12-ish K training for 10K runs? And then I've got the club night on a Monday. There is a club night on a Thursday, so if I can't get to the track on a Wednesday, I could do a club run on a Thursday. And if I can't get to the track on a Saturday, I could go on a Sunday. But then I don't necessarily want to do a, say, 10 or 12K run on a Sunday and then a club run on the Monday night, because I know that my legs are going to be, you know, in need of recovery time. So I'm just going to play it by ear, see what happens, and just see what that does for my running times and my fitness levels, frankly. So yeah, that's my current thinking. Hey, listen, look, I've garbled on probably longer than I wanted to again. I do this every time I say I'm going to do a short video, and then I talk for 3 times the amount of that I meant to. So I'm going to go. I will see you tomorrow. It's club run night tomorrow, so I'm going to keep an eye on the weather and just see how the legs feel tomorrow. Wherever you are, hope you're having a fantastic day. Maybe you're having a lazy day like my cats were at the start of this vlog. And if you are, hey, that's absolutely fine. No judgment here at all. So yeah, have a great day. If you're going out running, stay safe and watch out for cars, and I will catch you tomorrow. See you later. Bye.